you ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon.
It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon. Hi everybody. I was eating a cannoli because, well, Chaz Palminteri is here. If you're in New Jersey, what's better than a cannoli and Chaz Palminteri? Welcome when the moon hits your eyes. Happy welcome to the Roundtable and my messy little show where I just got so lost in the cannoli, I forgot to play the song. That's Rispoli's cannoli from Richfield, and I hope that they give me free cannolis now for saying that. Welcome to the last day of March. Thank the Lord. I hope you're not in a rush because I have a lot of fun stuff I want to talk to you about. For sure. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy to be here. I look forward so much to Thursday. This is Abby Thompson. Hi, Abby Thompson. Happy Roundtable Thursday to you. So Abby Thompson, we do like this pre-show on Instagram Live. Abby's coming to Alabama, but she lives in Birmingham, UK. And I thought there were two Abbies. Like I thought there was an Abby in Alabama. Very weird. She says happy April from the future. It's already after midnight there. It's April Fool's Day. In the United States, we have April Fool's Day tomorrow. But I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to fool you here tonight. I'm going to tell it the truth. Thank you so much, Miss Margaret, who I see every single day. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's going to be a fun one. I think Miss Margaret's a good little Italian, like me eating a cannoli. There's no better lobster tails and cannolis than Rispoli's. All right. So today I have a lot of stuff to tell you. So I'm so happy that you guys are here. Chaz Palminteri is here. He's going to talk about A Bronx Tale, but I have a bunch of stuff to talk to you about first. Do you have a minute? Okay. So let's get started. Let's do my weekend review. So my weekend review as a teacher, we had the egg drop this week, and I took a picture. This is how interesting and crazy of a day it was. The kids took a practice state test. Then they talked to Rubey Wood, who's coming on. Rubey Wood came into my classroom via Zoom, and we had a conversation. And then they went out. The fire department dropped their egg projects. They had to build something that an egg wouldn't crack. But I've done that like when I was a kid in the high school, like out of the window. We had the fire department come, close the street. Insane. It was a really insane day. Hi, Marie. Hello, friend. How are you? Yeah, today's going to be a fun visit for sure. I'm excited about it. Nice. Thanks for being here. See, Margaret knows what I'm talking about. St. Joseph Zeppelis are there. I saw them when I went there today for this cannoli, but I try to stay clear. My brother gets married on April 21st, and I'm trying to steer clear of cannolis until then. After that, that's the truth. So that was, we had the egg drop, which was a lot of fun. What else happened? It was our puppy upstairs, one year birthday. That's my little Milo. How cute is my little Milo? He turned 1 this week. We had that. What else happened this week? We had, I went to see 2 shows. I went and saw Six. I saw Six the musical. You know, Toby and Lucy have been on the show. Toby Marlowe wrote the musical. It was so much fun. What an amazing musical. What an amazing night in the theater. If you can go see Six, I highly recommend seeing Six. It was a blast. Thank you, Toby, for hooking us up with tickets. It was so much fun. And I also saw the MJ musical. I know the MJ musical, you know, could be controversial, however you feel about Michael Jackson, but the cast of the show is bananas. Thanks to Antoine Smith, who was on when we did our Color Purple reunion for the quarantine show. It was such a wonderful day. I saw 2 shows and on Saturday, and I hadn't been to see a Broadway show in a minute. So I was so excited to see Six and to see MJ. They're really fun. And if they're up your alley, you know, make sure you show up and you get there. Yes, Marie, he's a cutie. Milo's a cutie. He's a sweetheart too. He would literally just jump in your car and let you take him away. We also started rehearsal for my shows. So if I'm talking about my shows, that means it's time for the shameless plug. But before I get to the shameless plug, can I just shout out to my friend Janae and Darwin? I know Janae since I'm 16 years old. Look at the picture she sent last week of them cheersing and watching the Roundtable with Isaac Mizrahi. Isaac Mizrahi is so much fun. It was such a blast to talk to him. And thank you for sending in those pictures. It makes me so overwhelmed to think that you all are really out there watching this messy show that I love so much, that was created literally out of just boredom in the pandemic and has given me so much life and is more than I could have ever imagined. So I'm super grateful that you're here for this week. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, now it's no other time than the time where I just talk about myself. Here's my shameless plug.
'Cause I'm shameless.
Yes, we started rehearsal. I have shows coming up. I have a show coming up April 14th in New Jersey at Somerset Theater. I don't know why they decided to do it the way they are, but tickets are available that day only. But I promise you, Marie, and anyone else that wants to come, you let me know and I make sure that there's a space and a seat for you. So we will be there live on April 14th doing the show for the New Jersey premiere, and then in New York on April 16th. So if you're going to be in New York on April 16th, the show in New York on April 16th is also going to be live streamed. So no matter where you are in the country, including Birmingham, UK, if you stay up that late till 7 o'clock, you can get a ticket at robertbannon.com, a virtual ticket, or come see me live in New York or New Jersey. The New Jersey show is a benefit going to help the kids' musical program over the summer at Villagers Theater in Somerset. And the show in New York, we're recording for a live album. So if you like my music from my Unfinished Business album, or if you want to hear my stories about me growing up, if you like music from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, then this show is for you. And hopefully I will put it out and we'll call it Rewind, and someone will stream and listen to it. I hope to see you there. Do you want to hear a little bit more about it? Well, it's going to be 2 weeks. So I recorded this little something for social media, and I figured, what the heck, let me show it to you. Hey everybody, 2 weeks from today, right here in the heart of New York City, you can see me, Robert Bannon, Rewind. We're going back in time, the music that shaped me, the music I loved growing up. Sometimes you have to go backwards to know where you're going. So come join me. It's 2 weeks from tonight, and we're recording it for a live album, so I need all that good energy and the best audience I can find, and that means you. So grab your tickets at robertbannon.com, and I hope to see you then. It was so much easier to do that than we have to tell you all of that here. So this is a Costco chicken quesadilla. You remember when I just said I wasn't eating carbs and cannolis because my brother was getting married? Convenience. But you could ask my friend Jenny, who's watching right now, that I will go to the gym after this show. I will go to the gym after the show. There's Jenny and her girls. Her kids are excited about the interview. Yeah, a lot of my kids were super excited about Rubey Wood. He'll be here to talk about Better Nate Than Ever, which is on Disney Plus tomorrow. He's a star. He's really a star. What was my favorite song in the MJ musical or the Six musical? I love Six. Every song is really fun in Six for sure. And in the MJ musical, you have to see them do Thriller in the second. I can't give it away. And Six, let's see. In Six, the first queen blew me away. She's amazing. You got to watch it. You have to watch it. Thank you, Christine, for the happy birthday to Milo. And thank you for liking my weekend review. Marie, I'm so excited to see you and Tom, my people, my Richfield Park friends. And I'll be in Richfield Park again in July, too. So thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yes, Jenny, Costco. It's life. All right. What else do I have to show you? So we rehearsed the show. I wanted to just get through this. We rehearsed the show. And my new music director is so great. His name's Yaz, and Robbie Roselle of Broadway Records is going to do the show with me. He's directing it with me. It's the first time we have like a team to kind of get the word out about the show. So I go to this Yaz's house to rehearse, and he has a son. And in the show, one of the songs I do this Muppet moment because it's about me growing up. And his son crawls over to me and climbs up on top of me, and I sing to him, "Look at him." We got nothing done. 2 weeks and we got nothing done. Look at him. Look at him when he watched my music video before I got there. fan. I think he's a fan. I was going to take him home in my backpack. The cutest thing ever. The cutest thing ever. So thank you to him. I'm so excited to work with him and to be a part of that. Yes, Christine, I can't wait to meet you. Thank you. She's coming all the way from Maryland. No, North Carolina. No. Yes, Christine is from North Carolina, and I can't wait to see you. Oh, Abby, you're hired. I think you're my assistant, and I think I'm getting to the point where I need one. Don't forget that my mother, who is watching always, will say that you need to Venmo me if you would like. If you would like to support the show, you can Venmo at Robert Bannon. It's a heart is my thing. And the money used goes to promote the show. The more we promote the show, the more people end up coming on the show. And speaking of coming on the show, the future shows, yeah, Mama Rose is somewhere really happy. When my Robert Michael Bannon with the blonde hair and the blue eyes, but my mom is Rose Antonia DeMeglio. So I know a little something about Chaz Palminteri. Coming up in the show in the future, we have Dorinda Medley of Housewives of New York. We have Anna Maria Horsford of every television show ever. We have Justin Guarini from American Idol, and that's when I think we're going to see Marie's friend also on the show, which I'll talk to you about soon. Rob Paulson, voice of the Animaniacs. Tom Chapin, who is Harry Chapin's brother. Rufus Wainwright, Anais Mitchell. Perez Hilton will be here. We have a lot of shows next week. I talked about it in the pre-show. We planned this 2 months ago. We have a Fresh Prince reunion. We have Daphne Maxwell Reid, who played Aunt Viv #2 on the show, Tim Reid's wife. And we have Vernee Watson, who played Will Smith's mother on the show. Just coincidentally. So how we're going to handle the situation and everything that happened, I know that they're sensitive about talking about it. We always are a safe space for all people. So we're not going to put them on the spot. We're going to just go with the flow. But it's definitely going to be something interesting to watch. I don't know how that's going to go. It's going to be something. And April 11th, we're adding an extra roundtable show because we have some guests that are very popular and I'm very excited about, and they want things to come out at a certain time. And we're grateful that 2 shows a month became a show a week. And I have this month a lot of people who asked to be on, and I'm so grateful. So we're going to add an extra show the week of my shows, April 11th, with Alexandra Billings and Drag Race star Georges, which I've been reading the Alexandra Billings book, and she is absolutely amazing. What a story. What an incredible person she is. So on this Transgender Day of Visibility, hey, everybody, I just want to say I'm so excited to have her on. And Georges from this season's RuPaul's Drag Race. So thanks to Voss Events and everybody at VH1 and Viacom for hooking that up. It will be a special show on a Monday night. Okay, I think that's it. Now, I started a new segment. Oh, and also thanks to the news desk for talking about the show. I just wanted to say that because every press that you can get in this world, we claw and fight and scratch for every little inch of news to sell these tickets and to create this art and to have you here. So I appreciate you all. I started a new segment because I want to tell you a little something that's happening on Tuesday night. So take a peek at this. It's the Jersey Tea. So the Housewives of New Jersey is a show that is very popular with many a person of this time. And Georges is, star. It's a very popular show that I had never watched because I live in New Jersey and I know plenty of housewives of New Jersey myself. I feel like I'm related to many of them. So yes, I'm the new housewife. So next week, as Jenny is saying here, you may want to watch because you may happen to see me. So can we talk about how this happened really quick before Chaz comes out? I've already taken enough of your time. Okay. So here's the 6 degrees of separation. And this is an entertaining story if you don't know my personal life. Here we go. So over here is Marge Sr., who is the mother of a housewife who's next to her with the blonde hair is Margaret Josephs. They live in Englewood, New Jersey. they saw my video for I Think He Knew, which obviously children and toddlers everywhere are just clamoring for. So they invited me to sing at Pride in Englewood. And since then, they have been incredibly supportive of my little musical career and everything. So Marge Sr. asks me to sing at her 75th birthday party. And there are the pictures from the 75th birthday party. That's Lindsay Salmer. There's all Team Marge. That's my friend David Joseph. That's Lexi. That's Anthony the publicist. Then there's Tiki Barber and his wife are on this season. Then there's Marlena, who's the housekeeper. There's Melissa Gorga. There's Melissa Gorga's mom. Oh, you can't see Dolores because we blocked Dolores. There's Dolores is up there. So if you're friends of the show, Jenny knows all of this. She watches this mess. So there's This in the Night. Then there's Marlena and my ex-wife. Don't ask how that happened, because when they found out that I was married, which if you don't know, now you do. So when Lexi and Margaret found out I was married, they were like, we have to meet this woman who married you. So then they invited my ex-wife to the party. So we were our own reality show. For that whole story, you're going to have to buy a ticket and come see me in concert, because I'm not giving that one away for free. So this whole mess goes on and I sing. Well, Tuesday's the episode that they filmed. Oh, there's Jackie. So if you're a fan of this mess, then make sure you watch Tuesday night. It's on Tuesday night. I want it to be a fun show for them. I want them to do well, because I really love Marge Sr. She's so sweet. And if you are in the New York area on the 16th and you like this show, you may want to come to my show, because they tend to pop up. That's all I'm going to say. Make sure you watch it on Tuesday on Bravo, and then we'll talk about it the following Thursday. All right? It's a long story for a very simple idea, but I'm really grateful. I'm so grateful for all of this and for all of you. So I'm looking forward to it. Hi, Janelle McCrae. Now, Janelle is from Maryland. She's also coming on the 16th, so make sure. All right, are you ready? He's an icon. He is somebody who we've watched, we've grown up with. He's been on Broadway. He's been in television shows. He's been in a million movies. He is somebody on a first name basis. But just take a peek and tell me what you think of all of this. You're going to recognize these.
Come here, Claudio. Get over here. You know, we got to do something about your name. Come here, kid. We got to do something about your name. It's a little too big. We got to cut it down, Claudio. I say we call you C. Yeah, C. C for Claudio. And a C note for C.
I don't like it.
Hey, who are you? Who are you?
No, no. Oh,
I'm the director. Who is this?
I'm the director.
Wait a minute.
I'm the director of the play.
Wait a minute, Mr. What is your name?
Cheech. The name's Cheech.
Mr.
Hey, man, how they hanging there, right?
Hey, that's a great coat. Where'd you get that?
I don't know. It was a gift.
Really? What is it, suede? Micro suede? Some kind of lambskin? It's very soft, you know?
Thank you. Can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
Thanks. Be right back. Good seeing you.
What I was trying to tell you the other day, unfortunately, it didn't go very well. What do you think about you and I getting into business together?
I'm intrigued. What are you proposing?
A partnership.
Partners?
You and me, father, son. I know we had our differences in the past, but I know in my heart that we could overcome them.
Okay, everybody, listen. You know him by his first name. He's an Academy Award nominated actor. He's a writer, director. He's an icon. And listen, don't let Robert Bannon fool you. My mother is Rosa Antonio DeMeglio from Fort Lee, New Jersey. So if you're Rosa Antonio DeMeglio, we grew up with this man's work. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Chaz Palminteri is here. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, it's good to see you. Good to see you, Robert. How are you?
So good to see you again. Thank you so much for being here. I am so excited because your one-man show version of The Bronx Tale is back on tour. You are touring. You play 19 characters?
18 characters, 18.
Oh, and
Yeah. You know, it's pretty. A lot of more people are starting to know now because I've been on tour on and off for like the past 30 years. People didn't realize that Bronx Tale started with this. Robert De Niro saw this show. That's how a Bronx Tale got made. When I did it back, I wrote it in 1988, 1989, and I performed it back then. It became the hottest property in the world at the time. Robert De Niro saw it, said it was the greatest one-man show he ever saw. So I was pretty excited by that. And everybody wanted my play to make a movie, but they didn't want me. They wanted to put a star in the role. And I refused. I had $200 in the bank at the time in 1988. And they offered me $500,000. Well, the first offer was $250, then $500, $750, $1 million, $1.5 million. And I kept saying no, and I had $200 in the bank. And then one night, Robert De Niro came to see it. I didn't know he was in the audience, and somebody told me that De Niro just saw it, and he's in the dressing room waiting for you. I was like, Bob De Niro? He go, yeah. So I went in the dressing room, and there he was sitting there, you know, and he said that he loved the piece, and he was very kind. He said, look, if you sell it, they're going to come to me anyway, but he goes, I know what you want. He goes, you should write it because it's your life. You'll be great as Sonny. He goes, I'll play your father and I'll direct it. And that's the way it'll be. And you know what? He kept his word, and that blew me up, and I became a star from that day on.
Well, I mean, and there's the poster. The rest is literally history. It lives on forever. For sure. And there's so much about your life. I was reading about your life. You know, you're from the Bronx, you're Sicilian family. Your father was a bus driver. You did witness this murder at 9. Like, it is your life.
Yes. I mean, it's exactly the way it happened. When I was 9 years old, I was sitting on my stoop, and this guy, Sonny, killed this guy right in front of me. And I kind of just stared at him. You know, I was like, and he looked at me and I looked at him. And the next minute I knew I was flying up the steps. My father ran down and grabbed me by my arm. And then when the cops came, I even at 9 years old, I was smart enough to know you don't rat on anybody. So I didn't rat on him. And then the next day he saw me and he was like, yeah, he just smiled and he pointed at me like, you know, like good kid, you know. And then I would hang around there and I would, you know, make cappuccino and cut up the lemons and the limes at the bar for the guys and, you know, go get them sandwiches or cigarettes or things like that. And my father was very upset by that because even though Sonny, like I said, look, don't get me wrong, he was a wise guy and he was a tough guy and a killer, but he wanted the best for me, just like my father did. So that's what makes this story so interesting. It's not about black and white. Mm-hmm. Sonny wanted me to go to school, go to college, and make something out of my life. Also my father, but my father kept saying, you will be influenced by him. Trust me, stay away. And my dad was right. He was, because I was getting influenced.
Well, it worked out pretty well for you and this story for sure. It touches on so many different things that are contemporary in time too. I mean, it takes place in the past, but you know, we were talking about, it is about relationships. It is about race. It is about family. It's a universal theme. So it's as relevant now as ever.
Right, Robert. It's almost even more powerful today than it was when I first did it. It's, you know, they're archetypes, the characters, you know, it's a standard of archetypes in the thing, the father, the mother, Sonny, you know, the racism. And people, like I said, people who've seen the one-man show, the movie, and the musical say that they like the one-man show the best. Because it's me. I'm Claudro. I'm the little boy. And I'm telling you the story, and I'm directing and I'm acting all the parts. So it's just a great, great show. If you never saw it, you know, you got to come and see it. You know, Alfred Hitchcock used to say, there's only 3 things you could do to an audience. And if you do 2 out of 3, yeah, you got a great, great movie or a play. And the 3 things are, you can make someone laugh, you can make someone cry, or you could scare them. That's it. Only 3 things. And in Bronx Tale, I do all 3. I make you laugh, I make you cry, and I scare you. I mean, people stand up and cheer at the end. It's, I don't brag about anything that I've ever done. I've done 70 movies. I don't really talk about that. But when it comes to the one-man show, I am so proud of it. and so excited by doing it. I mean, I'm going to be and this tour is like an incredible tour. So I'm really excited about doing it. If you go to chazpalminteri.net, you'll see a city that I'll be doing it at.
And look, we have listed here. You're in Jersey. I'm going to take my dad. I'm coming to the Mayo Center because he is the biggest fan of this movie and this show.
Oh, you gotta.
And so we're
and you
coming.
Gotta bring him back, and you got to bring him backstage and say hello.
Then that's a deal because you're in Morristown, New Jersey. You're in Long Island. You're coming to Staten Island. You're at Sagerstrom in California, which is beautiful. You're in Pennsylvania. Go to chazpalminteri.net. Make sure you get your tickets to see all the parts played by this gentleman right here.
And Morristown is May 15th, and that's my birthday. So I will be there on my birthday. So I always say, God, come and see the show. Like I said, chazpalminteri.net, or you can go to my podcast. I have a great podcast, Chaz Palminteri Show at gmail.com, Chaz Palminteri Show on YouTube, and it's all over. So either one is perfect.
Thank you. I love you. You are everything you do is from television to film to Broadway. Here's the playbill of when the show ran. The tour. What a beautiful run you guys had in New York and everywhere, and continues.
Yeah, and it just continues. And there are people who saw the show. I think the record of somebody seeing the show over 34 years is 127 times. I mean, come on. How could that be? I told these people, it's a couple, a young couple. They followed me. I said, look, you guys got to get a life. But most people have seen it 10, 20 times. When I did it on Broadway, he said he said there were only 3 shows that ever where the people left the theater and got online again to buy tickets again. So believe me, I'm not bragging. You come and see it and you'll see what I'm saying.
I saw the musical. We went for my father's birthday because he's a gigantic fan, and with my brother, who is not a musical or a theater person at all. He's a he's a detective in New Jersey, and they loved it. Their favorite because it's just such a beautiful, wonderful story. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. And like I said, anybody.
Delicious. The nature was so nice. Later, so great. Felt you had the best time. Wow. Okay. Um, crashed and hold. And this was a first. This is a first. This is a first. I literally, poor Margaret Imperator was frozen. And hey, we roll with the punches. That's what we're gonna do. So give me a second and let me find and get this together. Thank you for dealing. We're here, and we're fine. And we're gonna just hold for one moment, and we'll have him back here in a second. It records, and I will continue from where we were. This has never happened to us before, ever. So this was definitely something. So I have a little piece that you missed. So hang tight. First time ever. Intriguing. My goodness, watch out when you lose the internet. I must have been talking bad about Will Smith. Here we go. See if you see this.
Go to ChazPalminteri.net. You'll see a city that I'll be doing it at.
And look, we have listed here. You're in Jersey. I'm going to take my dad. I'm coming to the Mayo Center because he is the biggest fan of this movie and this show.
Oh, you gotta.
All right, let's get him back here, and we'll go back to where we were. Here we go. Gigantic fan, and with my brother, who is not a musical or a theater person at all. He's a detective in New Jersey, and
wow.
They loved it. Their favorite, because it's just such a beautiful, wonderful story. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. And like I said, anybody wants to know where I'm doing it, ChazPalminteri.net, or go to Chaz Palminteri Podcast, and you'll get all the info.
Before I just have to say, after you were on with the cast of A Bronx Tale on our broadcast reunion series, you had mentioned that you have a restaurant in New York City and one by where you live out in Westchester. And we went.
Oh, you went?
This was us. We went.
God,
we went as a big group. We went for a birthday, and let me tell you, it was delicious. The maitre d' was so nice. The waiter was so great. We talked about you. We had the best time. If you want to leave a reservation, go to ChazPalminteri.com and go to New York. You have to delicious Italian food, but special, not just your run-of-the-mill kind of food.
No. It has to be great because my name's on it. I have two restaurants, 30 West 46th Street in Manhattan and 264 Main Street in White Plains, New York.
White Plains. Delicious. We had the most wonderful meal. It's break some bread, have a glass of wine, and celebrate with someone special. Go to those restaurants for sure. I know you're always up to something. Your podcast, your touring, everything that you've said, all the lessons you exhibit to everyone. But what I take away when I watched the movie the other day again, and what it remembers is wasted talent. For someone like me, for 20 years, I left doing stuff like this and tried to be normal and have a regular job. And the line in the movie and the lesson that's taught you, and that there's so many children out here and kids and adults that are afraid. How did you have the courage to just keep going and not waste
actually,
it?
I'm glad you brought that up. That actually is my father's line who said that. There was a great fighter back then named Billy Bellow. He fought for the light heavyweight, middleweight championship. And then 2 weeks later, they found him on a rooftop with a needle stuck in his arm. And my father was devastated. And he told me, he said, the saddest thing in life is wasted talent. That was his line. So when I was 9 years old, he wrote it on a card. In fact, you know, it's funny. I have the card here. This is not the card, but this is a replica of the card. The saddest thing in life is wasted talent. I signed it. And I actually, you can purchase this on my website, ChazPalminteri.net. I always carry little cards with me when I meet a young actor or a young person. And I tell them, I said, here, take this card. I sign it because it inspired me. I keep looking at it. I was looking at it when I grew up. And obviously it worked out really good. I put it in my daughter's room and my son's room growing up, and I drilled it into their head. My son just graduated the top musical school in Boston, Berkeley College. And my daughter is going to the top program in the University of Michigan. So, the card works. I inspired, it's an inspirational card.
And it's an inspirational line in the movie. So thank you for sharing that, because it's been in my head and swimming in my head for the past
That's my
time.
dad's
So many.
I'm very proud of it. Yeah, my dad
So many
said that
lines.
to me. It was my mantra my whole life.
Do you feel, before I let you go, that the stage and being all the characters, I can't even imagine how you know the lines. I know you've been doing it for so many years, but I can't. Being on television and film versus the stage, is it the audience? Is it that it's one time and it's done instead of resetting and take? What is the magic of being on the stage versus on the screen?
You know what? It's like walking a tightrope. When you do a film, which I love, and when you do a TV, I love, but you're walking like a plank with a big net underneath you, because if you mess up, they go cut. All right, let's go over the lines. Let's take it again. Oh, let's try that. That didn't work. On stage, this is it. This is it, babe. You're walking the tightrope. There's a live audience. They're watching you. We're all looking at each other, the actors, or if I'm doing a one-person show, that's it. And it's spontaneous. It's just things happen. Things happen. Any minute, something they laugh certain things that you didn't think they would laugh at. They don't laugh. Yeah, it's like amazing. So to me, it's like walking the tightrope. And you know what? As an actor, where I started in theater, I'm a member of the Actors Studio, where I go every Wednesday. I still go there to work out and train. And that is acting. Theater is like aerobics. You do the aerobics. It's like the nuts and bolts of acting. If you could do theater, usually you could do film and television. But the opposite is not true. There are many big stars who I know, I won't mention their names, who do theater, who do film and television, huge stars. And they look at me and they go, Chaz, I won't go near that. I don't care how much money they pay me. It's just too hard. It's just too hard. But you know what? It's the real essence of acting, as far as I'm concerned.
Agreed. Oh my goodness, I could talk to you about acting for hours, because as an acting student myself, you are one of the greats, because you do the comedy. I mean, there's not an airplane without seeing you pop up on Modern Family, or then seeing you on Law & Order, or seeing you on Blue Bloods, or you on in Down to Earth with Chris Rock is one of my favorite. Like, you have done. There's a wide range of roles and work that you've done, and that's all the craft, and your love and attention to the craft of acting.
Yes.
What makes the difference, for sure.
Oh, thank you. That's exactly what it is. It's the craft. You have to have the craft. People think they could just get up there and act. Sometimes you could do that one role, if you're really right for it. But if you really want longevity and you want to be an actor in this business, you have to learn the craft, because sooner or later, it'll come out in the wash. You'll do something and you go, uh-oh, I'm not prepared for this. So you have to have the craft to back you up.
Well, we're all going to go to www.chazpalminteri.net. And if you're in the California and the LA area, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, California, and more dates added and more dates not even listed.
Yes.
Make sure you get your tickets. One man, all the roles, the story that you love. Chaz Palminteri, the Bronx Tale one-man show, is coming to your neck of the woods. Make sure you get tickets. And Mr. Palminteri, it is always such an honor and pleasure to talk to you. It really is something special.
Well, God bless. Thank you, Robert. You ask great questions. That's why I like seeing you. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'll see you in Jersey in May.
Absolutely. Bring your dad.
That's a deal.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm going to see him in Jersey with my dad. He said, "Ooh, I am sweating. I went and got is he not the nicest? What just happened? Okay, listen. We lost the internet. The StreamYard, I can talk about this now. I tried to keep composure. StreamYard records. So it's recording the whole thing. So even when I lose internet, I can go back. I can rewind, like it's like a VCR, which some of you don't even know what that is. Chaz Palminteri I will be there. I got my tickets. I will be there at the Mayo Center. If you're at the Mayo Center, come see me and my dad. The Mayo Center is in Morristown. I'm so excited to see him do his show, and I can't wait to talk about it afterwards. It's the second time I've interviewed him. I've never lost internet. We've lost internet one time before on the Quarantine Cabaret and Cocktail Show, which we did during the pandemic. and I never lost internet. And I'm like, oh my goodness, people are watching. I've talked about this all week. But we roll with the punches, right? Thank you. Thank you. We were fine. We were fine. See, it's all good. Thank you. Yes, we did great. Chaz is a joy. So that's my Abby. She's crying in British. I thought the British, they said only cry about dogs and horses. I'm joking. That was a joke from a movie. He is a legend, and it's been an honor to be able to talk to him twice. You can tell Abby's young because she said a VCR is a throwback. Marie, thank you. I knew he was going to talk about one of the questions he wanted to bring up was his line, which was about wasted talent. And I knew it would come onto your line, which was about his favorite line in the movie. So thank you for dealing with it. You know, I'm just one guy who does not know much about computers, who has been lucky enough to be in the position where he can get people to come on and talk to him for 15, 20 minutes. Everything worked out in such a weird way. He is a really sweet guy, Mark. I love Mark. Mark's going to come on this show soon and talk about his Palisade Amusement Park musical. I know many of you grew up at Palisade Amusement Park in Cliffside, so I want him to come on too. So I've been in this position, but I don't know anything about computers, so we're at the mercy of the internet. And you know, since we live through this YouTube and Facebook world, we're doing the best we can. So thank you for rolling with the punches with that one. Okay. I have a new segment. Someone once said to me that I love a disclaimer. So whenever I have something that's that I want to talk about that's a little bit of a mess, I love a good disclaimer. My favorite words are, thank you, I'm sorry, and we're going to do something, but I want to tell you all about it first. Here, take a look at this. It's time for a disclaimer alert. So Rueby Wood is a 15-year-old young actor who is starring in, he was in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and he got cast as the lead in this Better Nate Than Ever show, which is streaming on Disney Plus starting tomorrow. Look at that, Mark. See? So he was gracious enough. Disney has been really kind to me. I don't know why. They let us do Disney shows for the Broadway cast reunion, and they let us have Rueby Wood on the show before it airs on Disney Plus starting tomorrow. Lisa Kudrow's in the movie. There's lots of cameos in the movie, and we get the star. And it was a Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning. This kid left Good Day New York and came right on to talk to me. But Wednesdays at 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm teaching 5th grade. So I said, why not have Ruby come on and talk to my class? So we set everything up in StreamYard and we get all ready for this interview. The kids are going to watch him. They have questions, this whole thing. So right as we're going on, as we get into the StreamYard, which is what you're watching right now, it's the program that I use to play you and put all the graphics and stuff all over. Ruby's publicist from Disney says he's having trouble logging into StreamYard. Can you go to Zoom? So I go on to Zoom on my school Chromebook, which is like a little gerbil is running in a hamster wheel. And we get on Zoom. I send a Zoom link to the publicist. The publicist sends it to Rueby Wood. And he comes on the Zoom and I have him for 10 minutes. That's what they were giving us, 10 minutes. Well, the school's computer, Zoom, that I logged into doesn't let me record when there's an outside email address being used. So now this kid is on the show, on with me, and the kids are all sitting around me, and I can't record the screen, so I can't record our interaction. So quick thinking, like with Chaz Palminteri 10 minutes ago, I grab my cell phone, I give my cell phone to one of my kids, and I say, film the screen, because I didn't want to ruin the moment. I didn't want to ruin the moment. So listen, the sound isn't great. The video isn't great. We did last minute. We tried our best. We're the little engine that could. Sometimes we have Academy Award winners like Chaz Palminteri. Sometimes we have cell phone video from my cell phone. You never know what you're going to get. But I want you to check this movie out. It was really sweet, and it really touched my little heart. I think you may like it. This is, I saw the movie. They sent it to me early. I saw it on Tuesday night. I watched it at home. Disney has like a shroud of secrecy around their movies. I had to give like 2-factor authenticate. My tax return had less work that had to be done to get my tax return filed than to watch this Disney movie. So here's the preview of the Disney movie. And then Ruby, if you have vertigo, this is not going to be for you. Take a peek at this.
Bro, it's like 7 a.m.
Today's the day, Mom. They're posting the cast list for the school play today.
Get it? Like it's a curtain?
Tough crowd.
I've got some breaking news. It's an open audition.
They're making Lilo and Stitch a Broadway musical?
Where would we even sleep?
What about your aunt, the Broadway actress?
You were the only toddler whose first word was me.
Let's cast a musical.
Does anyone have a special skill they'd like to demonstrate?
I can do Fiddler on the Roof style knee crawls.
This I have to see.
Mazel tov! Oh my gosh, my pants. Does anybody have any extra shorts?
I'll make you proud of me.
Okay, Nate. That's all we're gonna need.
Forget New York. I'm just trying to survive 7th grade.
Working hard.
I love that you're still acting. You remind me of me.
You're literally all I want to be when I grow up. 3 weeks on Broadway, an apartment in New York.
Queens, but
I'm about to go out.
you're 100 times funnier and quicker than I am.
About to go out.
Doesn't he look like the kid that went viral on TikTok?
I didn't know you could do all that.
Find your light.
You're insane.
I'm theatrical.
Hold up just a second.
Sorry, I thought we were alone.
You guys are so weird.
We know.
I'm about to go out. Just getting started, we about to go.
All right, everybody, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the star of the brand new Disney Plus show, which it comes out Friday. This Friday, Rubey Wood is here. Hi, Ruby.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm so good. How are you?
We're wonderful. We watched the trailer of the show. We're so excited about the show, and I got the chance to actually see it yesterday.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Rubey Wood, you are such a star. My goodness gracious. You are.
Thank you so much.
Your voice, your dancing, but aside from all of that, because I know you're a theater guy, you were in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and all of that, but what your acting is so brilliant. You're so great.
Thank you so much.
The scene, I can't give any spoilers away, but there's a scene where you do an extended monologue that you have to watch. It is worth the price of admission. People of a certain age. Designing women was where it's at. So I can't say more. So,
Absolutely.
Tell
That's
more.
my favorite part of the movie.
Tell me, where are you from?
I'm from upstate New York.
Well, you got into musical theater. You did the tour of the Chocolate Factory, and then how did you get this part? Did you audition?
I did. I auditioned a lot, actually. So I had an audition, and then I had a callback, and then I had another callback, and then I had another callback, and more. I had callbacks for a month. Like, it was a very long process, but when I finally got the part, I was just over the moon. I was ecstatic.
Well, they found the perfect person, and this cast is absolutely amazing. You know, from Joshua Bassett to Lisa Kudrow to Aria Brooks, like, you guys bring such a joy. Look, the kids are Joshua Bassett, yes, High School Musical Joshua Bassett, yeah.
Plays my brother, and he's in the movie, and he's just so nice. I love him so much. And we're just like best friends. And Aria and Lisa, who is also amazing. Tim Federle, the director, could not have brought together a more amazing group of people.
Well, it is so brilliant. It looked like you guys had a lot of fun. I mean, you're literally in the middle of Times Square, or you're you look like you're having a blast. And I can't stress to anyone who is a musical theater fan or an acting fan or an entertainment fan that this Friday you make sure you stream it on Disney Plus, because it's going to bring you joy. It brought me so much joy.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. It's just a really good time. We were having so much fun. Like, there was never a dull moment on set. Like, we walked on the set every day. We just had the best time. And we filmed in the middle of Times Square. We filmed in a Broadway theater, the New Amsterdam, and we just had such a good time. And it's such a fun story. So everybody should absolutely watch it.
Well, we're gonna stream it, and we're as a class gonna watch it on Friday. We're gonna have our own premiere. I saw your premiere outfit. You were decked out. I loved it. Come on, fashion. You better bring it. I loved it. How was that experience? How was going to the premiere after the pandemic and everything that was going on? How did that feel?
It was wild. It was the first like premiere red carpet thing I had ever done. So it was definitely like it was crazy. But like stepping out of the car onto the red carpet with my giant green skirt on, I took up 3 seats. It was incredible. It was like just like it's like chaotic, but in the best kind of way, because you're walking down the red carpet and there's people like yelling at you, turn this way, look over here, trying to get pictures of you, and then you turn the corner and you gotta go down the row, like you gotta go back and forth to all the different interviews you gotta do, and then they finally pull you away, you go into the theater and you watch the movie. And it was just like it goes by so fast and it's so much fun. Like it's the best time. I had a blast.
Well, Ruby, I can promise you this is not your last red carpet or your last premiere or your last opening, be it Broadway, be it television, be it film. It's only the beginning for you. You have such a bright, beautiful future. With my kids around me who love all things musical theater and all things television and film, any advice in your age, how you got to where you are, anything that helped you out that you can share to all of the theater kids out there?
Absolutely. I'd say if you love what you do, then keep working for it, because that's really important. But also what's even more important than that is to just be yourself, because if you're not yourself, then you're not genuine, and in order to get ahead in this business, you just have to be genuine. So just be yourself. That's the best thing you could ever do.
Well, I mean, I can't say it better than that. Everybody, listen, there's an all-star cast. There's surprise cameos that I won't give away, like stars, like Grammy legendary stars. You're going to want to stream it. It's on Disney Plus. It's tomorrow. It comes out Friday. It comes out tomorrow. So make sure you get your Disney Plus subscription and make sure you watch. And you'll be seeing a lot more of this guy right here. Tons more of Ruby. He's only just begun. Ruby, you're a pleasure. Look, there's phones everywhere. You made the 5th grade here in North Bergen. This is the highlight of their year. So thank you for spending time with us. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy I got to do this.
Thank you so much. And we're so proud, and we'll be rooting for you and cheering you on. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ruby. Appreciate you. Bye.
Well, it was cute. It was a really cute moment. I wish we had really good, I wish we had the actual footage. He was a really nice guy, really cute kid. No surprise that he was such a mature conversationalist. I was mature once too. Yeah, I'm living my life backwards, Mark. I hear you on that one. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to watch the movie and see him in it, he's really good. He's really good. It's streaming starting at midnight tonight, only on Disney Plus. It's better Nate than ever. And you could follow him at Rubey Wood. And the cast album is actually streaming already. So like we said, next week, join me next week for the Fresh Prince reunion. It will be what it will be. We have big shows coming up. There's 2 shows the weekend after with lots of people. Rob Paulson, the voice of the Animaniacs, Alexandra Billings, whose book is so brilliant, will be here, and George's from Drag Race. I'll be on Housewives, and I'll be doing 2 concerts 2 weeks later. So go to robertbannon.com for more information. Join me next Thursday on the Roundtable. Thank you to Chaz Palminteri. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how I sell out shows. I don't know how I get to be on TV. I don't know how I get the guests to come on here. I don't know how any of this happened other than thank you, Christine. They made it cute too. They're cute. And thank you, Abby. I don't know how it happened. You know how it happened? Because of you. And it's never lost on me that I am so incredibly lucky. You guys give me the opportunity to be here every single week, and I never will be able to say thank you enough for making all of the things that I love and all my dreams continue to come true. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you next week. I love and adore all of you all, and have a great week, and I miss you already. Good night, everybody. See you next Thursday. Be well. Take care of each other and stay safe. Thank you.